Hello everyone, I'm Wyatt Corey. This is ZNN10, where I tell you the what, letting you decide what to think. First, we have some urgent news in the Middle East. A military coup has just overthrown the democratic government of the Saudi Arabian and Iraqi Commonwealth. Now, it's unknown why they overthrew the government, but what we do know was who was responsible. The group who overthrew the government is the paramilitary group Op 4, led by the warlord Khalid al-Assad. The president of the Commonwealth, Yasser al-Fulani, has gone missing and is believed to have been kidnapped by al-Assad's forces. The United States has threatened the rebel forces and al-Assad that if they harm al-Fulani, U.S. forces will disembark onto Saudi Arabian and Iraqi soil.
My fellow citizens, events in Iraq have now reached the final days of decision. For more than a decade, the United States and other nations have pursued patient and honorable efforts to disarm the Iraqi regime without war. That regime pledged to reveal and destroy all its weapons of mass destruction as a condition for ending the Persian Gulf War in 1991. Since then, the world has engaged in 12 years of diplomacy. We have passed more than a dozen resolutions in the United Nations Security Council. We have sent hundreds of weapons inspectors to oversee the disarmament of Iraq. Our good faith has not been returned.
Next, an update on the Russian Civil War. Russia is in a state of civil war between two parties, the ultra-nationalists and the loyalists. What makes this civil war scary, though, is that there's 15,000 confirmed nukes at stake, as both parties fight for control of Siberian nuclear silos. Citizens from nearby towns have reported seeing flashes of exploding light above their homes, 3 miles away from the battlefield. So far, no evacuation measures have been taken, as civilians are caught in the crossfire. This fighting has also caused several blackouts in the surrounding region due to the destruction of power lines, making survival even more difficult. Currently, the loyalists have been making territorial gains, as seen in this footage. It is also reported that the British SAS are in the country fighting along the loyalists. Now, we don't know why British SAS forces are in the country due to Operation Secrecy, but they make a huge contribution for the loyalists as they fight against the ultra-nationalist forces. Up next, we got a wild story in Wyoming. So a man hit a wild wolf with his snowmobile, then taped his mouth shut, then proceeded to take it to a bar where he showed it off and killed it afterwards. Now, there actually is no law that prohibits that in Wyoming. However, activists protest that it should be illegal and that the man gets charged for his actions. Pop quiz, hotshot. What is a cucumber called when you dump it in vinegar or brine? Pickle, isosceles, almond, or spiked cucumber? If you said pickle, raise your hands, because it is a pickle. A pickle is when you dump a cucumber in vinegar or brine. And today's story, getting a 10 out of 10, is about an 8-year-old girl who is a heart transplant candidate who really wanted to eat pickles. So the staff not only dressed her up in a chef's costume, but they also taught her to make them as she prepares for her operation. She even had other people try her pickles. What an amazing staff at Boston's Children's Hospital. Alright everyone, I would like to make a special shout out to Auschwitz in southern Poland. Go Nazis! And that does it for today's episode of CNN10. I hope I see you tomorrow. Bye.